Hello guys, welcome back. So in this today's class we are going to design the 3-bit asynchronous or ripple up down counter using what? T flip-flop, right? So 3-bit means how many flip-flops we require? We required something the 3 flip-flops, right? So which flip-flop we required? We required the T flip-flop, right? So for that reason I have considered the flip-flop 1, flip-flop 2, flip-flop 3, right? Now simple remember is that which operating clock pulse we are using? We are using the negative edge clock pulse value, right? So for count changes from 0, 1, 2, 3 something, what we have to require is that it should perform something called as the toggle condition. So in T flip-flop, when toggle condition will perform T equal to 1, T equal to 1, T equal to 1, then it is going to perform the toggling operation. So always you need to make that the T equal to 1. But one more condition here is that, so if we connected, so first flip-flop will be triggered by what? External clock pulse. The remaining flip-flop clock pulse is nothing but the output of the previous flip-flop. That is the definition for the asynchronous counter. So it means that either we can connect the output of the first flip-flop QA to the clock pulse, or one more option is that the QA bar will be connected to this one. But here the condition is that if you connected QA, you will be getting the up count value. Suppose if you are connecting the QA bar, you will be getting the down count value. But what is my requirement? I need to perform the up count operation as well as the down count operation. But condition is that if up count is enabling, down count should be disabled. If down count is enabled, up count should be disabled. It means that circuit will support the both operation, but any point of the given time it will perform only one operation. So for that we require something called as the control mechanism, right? So one is up, another one is down means, so for simple understanding I am going to consider the 2 to 1 multiplexer. 2 to 1 multiplexer means we have the 2 inputs, then single output, one selection line, right? So for that, so here I am going to consider the one multiplexer. So here also I am going to consider the one more multiplexer. So right, two inputs, right? Let it be 1, 0, let it be 1, something 0, 1 input. So here we have the selection line, here also we have the selection line. The output will be connected to here. The moment when if you are connecting QA to this one, it is going to perform the up count operation. The moment if you are connecting QA bar to 0, see QA1 means QA bar should be 0. So it is going to perform the down counting operation. Now question is that when will perform the up counting value, when will perform the down counting value means it is depends upon the clock pulse value. Sorry, it is depends upon the selection line value. If selection line equal to 0 means it will perform the down count operation. If selection line equal to 1 or x equal to 1 means it is going to perform the up counting value. So for that reason here we are considering the multiplexer, right? If you follow some textbook, they will be implementing by using of the AND gate, OR gate. So like this also we can design the multiplexing operation, right? Now here also, what is the output of the third clock pulse, third flip-flop clock pulse? Output of the second flip-flop, right? So if you connect this one, you will be getting the up count. So if you connect this one, you will be getting the down count. So up count or down count depends upon what? When x equal to 0 means you will be getting the down count. When x equal to 1 means you will be getting the up count value, right? So this is the circuit diagram for the 3-bit asynchronous up down counter by using of the T flip-flop. Suppose if they are asking implement by using of the JK flip-flop means the only extra thing is that you just connect JAKA to 1, JBKB to 1, JCKC to 1. That is the only change. Remaining everything will be same. Now we will see the how to draw the timing diagram representation. So for explain this, it means that in the timing diagram itself we need to show the up count as well as the down count value. So if we taking 3-bit means or mod 8 means how many values you will be getting? 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 1, 0 up to 1, 1, 1, right? So how many clock pulses are required? 8 clock pulses. So for that reason I am considering, so total number of 8. So this is for what? I will use it for the up counting. So remaining this side we have the 8, right? This I will use for the down counting operation. So minimum you try to take the 8 clock signal so that you can able to perform the up count value. Then you take the 8 clock pulse value so that you can show the output for the down counting also, right? Now question is that based on what you will be getting the up counting or down counting. Based on x equal to 1 means it is up counting value. If x equal to 0 means it is the down count value. So for that here, that is the important, after taking the clock pulse value we need to take the x value also. Just I am considering the x value. So for this time period I am going to consider x equal to 1, then for this time period I am going to consider x equal to 0. It means that in this duration it is going to perform what? down count operation because x equal to 0. It means that it is going to perform the down count operation. Now at this point of time it is going to perform the up counting operation. Why? It is x equal to 1 means it is going to perform the up counting operation. So in the same timing diagram we need to show the output for the up counting as well as the down counting. So once it is done, so now identify the negative edges because we have taken the negative edge mechanism, right? Negative edge clock pulse means just identify the negative edge for the clock pulse, right? These are the negative edges for the clock pulse. It means that, sorry, this is not this one, this one. So this is the starting time period, this will be our ending time period. This is the starting, this is ending, something like this. Now see that output of the QA bar is depends upon the what? External clock pulse, right? So it means that external clock pulse always it will change from the 0 to 1 or 1 to 0. So for that, if you want to find out the output of the QA, right? So first, before going to start the negative edge, the value will be 0. After that, from here to here, the value will be something 1, right? So after that it will be 0, next it will be something 1, next up to this one 0, 1, next 0, next value is something 1, next again it is 0, next value is 1. So up to where? Up to starting clock pulse to the ending clock pulse, right? So just I am writing the zeros and 1, that's it. This is the clock pulse for the QAs because it is depends upon the external clock pulse. So always value will be changed from 0 to 1, 0 to 1, right? So for that I am writing the 0 to 1, 0 to 1. Now what is QA bar? If you want to take the QA bar, because see that this output depends upon what? Up count as well as the down count, right? So for that here we need to take the QA bar also. QA bar is nothing but what? Just complement of the QA. So here it is 1, here it is 0, something like this. So here it is 1, 0, 1, 0, 1, then again it is 0, next 1, this one is 0, next 1, next one is 0, next 1, next one is 0, next one is 1, something like this. The complement of the QA is nothing but the QA bar, right? Why we required QA bar means next if you want to find out the QB, so we require something called as the up counting as well as the down counting, remember. So here x equal to 1 means at this point of time it will perform the up counting operation. Here x equal to 0 means it is going to perform the down counting operation, right? Now this is completed. Now what we have to find out? We need to find out the output of what? QB, right? So first see that what is the clock pulse for QB? The clock pulse for QB is nothing but not this one, guys. The clock pulse for QB is the for up count it is the QA, right? So for up count it is the QA, for down count it is the QA bar. So up count where we have from up to this one, right? We have the up count. So for that I am going to consider the negative edge for the QA. So this is the starting ending, this is the negative edges for the QA, right? Now here this is the important to remember. If you want to find out the output for the QA, for down count which one we need to consider? We need to consider the QA bar, right? So it means that when x equal to 0 it is going to performing the down count. Down count means we need to give the multiplexer as the QA bar value. So it means that for down count value we need to identify the clock pulse. That clock pulse is nothing but the, remember, not QA, the clock pulse is nothing but the QA bar. So it means that here I need to find out the negative edges for what? In the case of the down count, for the QA bar I need to write. So it is the starting point, right? So from here onwards it is the down, right? So here this is the negative edge, falling edge, falling edge, falling edge, one more, this is the falling edge. So based on this QA bar we are going to find the output of the QB, right? We are going to find the output of the QB. Now we will see that how to find out the output of the QA. So for positive edge where it is starting, here only it is starting, right? So up to this the value will be 0. So next up to this one value will be 1. So next up to this one something, from here to here value will be 0. Next from to here value is 1. So if you see that up count operation is completed when x equal to 1. Now what is starting? Down count is starting. Down count starting means we should not consider QA here. Here we need to consider only QA bar. But QA bar where it is starting? Here it is starting. So before that what is the answer? It should perform the toggle. So here it is 1 means obviously from here to here during this point of the time period it should be 0 only. So here only that the negative operation is going to be performed for the QA bar, right? So 0 means next 1, next 0. So now what is the answer we are getting for QA? sorry, QB 0 0 1 1 0 0 1 1, right? So next here 0 1 1 0 0 1 1 we are getting. Now how to find out the QC? We require something QB bar, right? So for that I am going to write the QB bar also, right? So let me write the QB bar also. QB bar is what? Just complement of the QB, right? So this is, it is 0 means it should be 1, right? If it is 1 it should be 0, right? Something, just I am going to write something like this. So now we are going to find the output for what? QC. So if you want to find out the output for QC, we require the waveform for the QB as well as the QB bar. QB means in case of up count, QB bar means in case of down count. Why at a time we are considering the QB bar waveform means in the single waveform I need to show the up counting as well as the down counting operation. That is the reason we are considering something like this. Now see that here what is happening means we need to find out what is the next one. We need to find out the QC bar, right? So let me take some other color. Now see that. So where we have the up count value from here to here, right? So it means that we need to consider the QB. It means that QB here, right? So negative edge, then next negative edge is here. So now from here to here, the x equal to 1 operation is completed. Now which one is starting? X equal to 0. It means down count. Down count means which one we need to consider? The negative edge for the QB bar. Remember, not for QB, we need to consider the QB bar. So it means that from here to here it is the x equal to 0 means down count, right? So from here to here. So now here it is starting down count. Next one more down count. So now I am going to find the output for the QC, right? So we are going to find the output for the what? QC. So before going to start here only the negative edge is identified, right? So before that value equal to 0. After that value equal to something up to here 1. Now this is important to remember. So here positive edge, here up counting operation is completed. Now at this time down counting will start. Where down counting is starting? Here only down counting starting. So before that here we have the vacant. So vacant means something. So if this value is something 1. So see that if this value is something 1, right? So 1 second. Right, so let me something like this. So 0 where it will be next down counting value something. So let me draw one more time so that you will understand. So here only it is starting, right? So let me take the same color. So up to here before starting the clock pulse it is 0. So from here to here, right? So up count value, right? The output value will be something 1. After that when the negative edge is starting here only, right? So now onwards we are going to consider the clock pulse, not QB. We are going to consider the QB bar. Why? At this location it is the down counting operation, right? So it means that where down counting starting? Only here. From here to here we have the 1 clock pulse. So before that what we have to do is in this duration from here to here, so previous value is 1 means we need to make it as a 0. Remember, that is important. So it means that here I am going to make it as the 0 only before starting of the negative edge. After starting of the negative edge, if the previous value 0 means next value should be 1, right? So it means that it will go to 1. From where to where? Starting of the negative edge clock pulse to the ending of the negative. After 1 means it will go to 0. Now see that we will consider only what is the value we will be considering is we are going to consider QA value, QB value, QC value, right? Now what is the meaning of this one is we are going to explain the operation by using of this timing diagram, right? So instead of taking the QA bar, QB bar, QC bar, just I am going to take the QA, QB, QC value, right? See that what is the QA value here? The value is 0. What is the QB value? Something. First before starting the clock pulse value we need to consider the output value, right? Don't consider the QA bar, just you neglect one. So next go to QB. So what is the value here? 0. What is the QC value? 0. After that for next clock pulse, what is the QA value? It is something 1. So what is the QB value? This one. Don't consider QA bar. QB value means 0. Next what is the QC value? It is 0. For the next clock pulse, what is the value here? Something we are getting the 0, 1. This value is 0. Something 0, 1, 0. For the next clock pulse, what is getting? 1, 1. This value again 0. So 1, 1, 0. It means see that which count we are getting? 0, 1, 2, 3. Right? So after that, what is the next count value we are getting? 1, 0, 0. Nothing but the 4. Right? So let me take one more time. After 4, what is the value you are getting? So see that 1 0 right, so here 0 0 1, right, it means 4. Now what is the value? 1 0 1, so 1 0 1 means what? 5. Next, what is the value? 0 1, this value something again 1, right, 0 1 1, so 0 1 1, nothing but the 6. After 6, what is the value we have? Next is the 7th value, right, 0 1 1, right, so next 7th one value means